This is my video for the 208 shifter. It's on the back of my NV4500, which is hooked to my 6-liter LS and my 1980 K10. So nothing too crazy with the shifter. I took it out of another truck. There's just 2 screws on this end, 2 screws that end. The plastic cover comes up, and I think there's roughly 8 bolts that hold it into the floor. I removed all those, brought the shifter inside, kind of eyeballed it. This truck was a 205 before. This is what I had to trim out literally to make that all fit. I kept it back a bit farther and it all worked. I had to modify the shifter rod though. I had to give it a zigzag tweak in and trim it off, and I also tapped it to make it a little bit longer, but it all clears. The shifter clears. It's tight, but it does work. The boots touch, but that's not the end of the world. I'm gonna go underneath the truck and show you what I did underneath. What I ended up doing for the transfer case shifter rod, I did have to zigzag it slightly and I cut it off. I also threaded it extra to go down further. Works nicely, and I chopped off the end there to make it a little bit so it's not so long sticking out. But that's what I had to do to the shifter rod to make it work. Okay, I'm underneath the truck here. That is the shifter linkage. I did zag it, and I used the die to drop the threads further afterwards so I could pull this back further. I trimmed this off here too. The shifter tower or whatever, the bottom clears. The transmission also, it wasn't that bad to do. The hardest part was rethreading the rod deeper and putting the proper zigzag in, and I took a couple attempts just to get it to make it want to line up as straight as it could, and that it looked half decent. Back in the truck, we got 2 high, 4 high, neutral, and 4 low. It all worked good. Easy to install that stock 208 shifter back into the Squarebody. So that's how you do the swap with the 208 and the MV. It worked really nice, easy to do.